Hello everyone, and welcome to Axanar Confidential number 30. And it's good to be here. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday night. Let me check out. We got Trey, we got John, some new people. Sydney, have I seen you before? Fathers Wolf, wow. Christian Campos Alvarado, MacGyver. Always good to have MacGyver around. So how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing great. Oh man, what a day today. Let me input some stuff in here. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna take off my headset because I don't need it. You guys can hear me all right. I'm gonna add some photos here and tell you guys what's happening, because boy, this is it, huh? We shoot in 5 days. 5 days. So let me give you some stuff. That you will be happy about. No, that's not what I want. Let me do this. Add a directory. I am going to let's get to the desktop so I can give you guys what you want, which is information on Axanar. I'm going to do it in picture. So hold on one sec. Let me give you this. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's a little bigger than I wanted. So let me manipulate here. And hopefully I got these in some semblance of the right order. All right, there we go. All right, here's the first slideshow for you guys. So and let me just check that the sound is okay. You guys are hearing me 5x5, as they say. All right, here's the first slideshow. I'm hearing myself, so there as I look it up. So all good there. Okay, why is this up there? This always cracks me up. Varys was one of my favorite characters in Game of Thrones. Met an untimely death, but I just love this. This week I need humor in my life, and need to take some things lightly because there's so much stress. So anyway, there's Varys. All right, next. Here's the Ares schematic. This is being printed out of plexiglass, and it's going on the bridge. This is what's to the left of the turbo lift. Real excited about this because fuck yeah, the Ares kicks ass. It is, let's face it, the Ares is you know, Eagle Moss talks about making the Ares, and CBS keeps saying, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. Because the Ares would be one of their, I mean, it's not the Enterprise, but still. Okay, moving on. Aaron Eisenberg, we say our prayers and our thoughts go out to Aaron's family. Wow, what a loss, because what a great guy. I just saw him at Treklanta here a couple months ago, and we chatted and we talked here. This photo was taken at 2013 Star Trek Las Vegas. That's his costume, his captain's costume from The Visitor. And so anyway, this is a great memory for me. We are going to have a special, something special for Aaron at the shoot this weekend. All right, last night, what is this? Who are these bozos and why are they on my screen? Well, upper left, Darren Means. Upper right, Keith M. Cedar, host of the Axanar podcast. Lower left, JP Poole, Egotastic Fun Time, and Trey McElwain there. You don't see Michael Sean Carter, one of our regulars, and you don't see Stogie on this because, well, you could see in the up there. Stogie was the white one and Michael Sean Carter, and then there's me. So we had a big meeting yesterday. And what was that meeting about? It was about, it wasn't about the lounge. We'll get back to the lounge. But the big meeting was about the live stream for the shoot this weekend. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. But we had a big conference call with 6 people last night. I'll tell you about that. If you are a patron to the Patreon, Patreon/Aries Studios, go and become a member, please. Support the studio. If you are, and if you support the studio, I got news for you. The De Medici Lounge, which we had, was the Officers Lounge was only for De Medici level patrons, $20 above. We are opening the lounge up to everyone who's a patron on Patreon. So yeah, because it's a good way for us to communicate with our patrons. And the lounge is a little slow with so few people, only the De Medici levels. So we discussed this, and we are opening it up to everyone. So all you got to do to become a member of the Officers Lounge, if you're a patron on Patreon, is to send me a message and say, I want in the Officers Lounge. And the Axanar Shoot live stream is coming. And it is this is it. I've got 6 guys. Those 6 guys I just showed you are all good. We got 3 producers. We got 3 on-air talent. Keith M. Cedar is coming down to do lots of stuff. He's working on the behind-the-scenes interviews, and then he is also going to be doing lots of podcast stuff. We're going to record some podcasts there at the studio. This is a photo of just kind of like what we're doing for the live cast. You'll see the captain's chair, the Klingon captain's chair. This is some of the stuff I threw over there because we're going to make a nice green screen set, a few little accoutrements. And so we're excited about that. So JP Poole of Egotastic Fun Time is flying in, and Trey McElwain is flying in. And they will be hosting the live streams. JP's doing a show twice a day at noon and 6. And this is just more humor break for me. And then Trey McElwain will probably be doing shows at 3 and 7 or 3 and 8. We'll see how things work out, but we'll have a schedule up this week, and you'll know. And you're going to be overloaded with content. We can't wait. Lots of stuff. You're going to meet the crew, you're going to meet the cast. It's awesome. So the other thing I didn't show you, which I have to show you, so let me bear with me. I beg your indulgence for 1 second. What I'm going to show you now is, and I got to get it up to the Google Drive, so hold on 1 second. Where is the Google Drive? Let me pass this, because here's something that we've been working on, and we're working on hard because it's actually, it's kind of significant, and that is the dedication plaques. The dedication plaques are really important, and let me get to the dedication plaques so I can show you guys what we did, because we're real excited about what we do on the dedication plaques. Dana Wagner did them. Let's see. All right, there it is. Let me get that up there. I'm just going to show you the Ares for now. I'm not going to show you the Hercules because we have the Hercules as well. But let me just drag it down from. Oh, I just got to download. All right, here it is. Let me just, all right. So here's the, now that I've shown you that, let me take the slideshow away. And let's add the image, the Aries plaque, okay, and let's browse and get that image, and then voila. All right, now let me reduce it. So here's the Aries dedication plaque for you, all in all its glory, by Dana Wagner. All right. So, hope you like it. This is the Aries dedication plaque in its final version. A dedication plaque is a way of thanking people. That's how the team on the art department on Star Trek did it. So that's what we did. And there's so many people to thank. That's why it spills over onto the Hercules plaque and then the Ajax plaque. So for now, the Aries, and you see on the left Starfleet Command. Who do we have to thank for Axanar? Gene Roddenberry, first and foremost, right? The great bird of the galaxy. We thank him for creating Star Trek. I'm mentioned because I created Axanar, no big deal. Admiral John Muntrath, Doc John. John Kelly, who is a doctor in sea in Olympia, Washington now. And he was Dr. McCoy on Star Trek New Voyages. So, and 9 years ago, I met him on set and instantly hit it off with him. Doc John is an amazing guy, just truly funny as shit. We laughed our asses off. He sees through all the bullshit, and it's classic. He and I just laugh our asses. He was introduced me to some great guys, Kurt Carley and Jim and his friends in L.A. And he was the first guy to work with me on Axanar, and so that's why Doc John's up there. David Gerald, because David's an inspiration. David was the first guy to review the script, which even back then, he reviewed the script in 2014, the full script, and his comments, I'll never forget it, because I always joke that I gave it to him, and the next day I expected handed back in a baggie with bleeding red ink, right? But no, he comes back and he says, I like it. He says, it's good. He says, it's almost ready to shoot. And I was like, wow, holy crap, that's David Gerald. So David's an inspiration. He was on the Hero Shoot. I love David. I really do. He's an old curmudgeon, but he's got to fill in for others who are not with us anymore. And I love him. So I thank David Gerald. Diana Kingsbury. Listen, Diana did great work while we were in LA. I have enormous respect for her competence and for the work she did on fulfillment. She's amazing. And so we thank Diana. And then Stephen Einat, who portrayed Garth in the original episode of Whom Gods Destroyed. So he's on there. Because, again, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Steve portraying Garth and inspiring me. Strategic Design Bureau, we got Tobias Richter, Lee Quisenberry, Alexander Richardson. This is our art department. Sean Toranjo, Simon Lieseman, Eric Henry, all the art department who did Tobias and Sean designed the Aries with me. The rest of those guys, are working with us. Lee and Alexander are constantly working with us. Eric Henry did some amazing stuff that helped design this bridge back here. Then Space Frame Development, we got Richard Hatch, of course. And then J.G. Hertzler and Gary Graham. This isn't a list of all the cast. These are lists of J.G. Hertzler, Gary Graham. They are nonstop, never-ending fans of Axanar. I got a message from Gary Graham the other day. Hey, what's up? When do I shoot? Hey, Gary F. Graham that is a little inside joke that if you have watched the Axicon videos, you'll know what that means. My good friend, dear friend Jack Morrissey, who's my consigliere. Trey McElwain, want to always thank Trey because Trey has been expanding this universe. And then John Iacovelli is on here because John, Emmy winner who did Babylon 5, production designer of Babylon 5, and he helped us enormously when we were designing our sets. So we thank John Iacovelli. Then Warp Technologies, David Bailey. That's Bing Bailey, who is, God, I love Bing. He's brilliant, and he's no nonsense. and he calls bullshit on all the assholes in Hollywood that I've had to deal with on Axanar. I love him. Mark Edward Lewis, who's our editor this time around, as well as doing the audio drama. Alex Bornstein, our composer. Steve Jepson, Admiral Slater. Paul Jenkins, our director, who's just doing a wonderful job. And Charles Williamson, who has been doing the Fleets of Axanar gaming group forever. And he does it, and he's just awesome. So we thank him. Weapons systems. Well, this has a little meaning to it. Aaron Ranahan, our lawyer, who helped defend us against CBS. Jonathan Lane, Fan Film Factor, who, he is the truth teller in the fan film world and does an amazing job with his blog. Crystal Hubbard, my girlfriend, who's she doesn't take the shit from the haters. She gives as good as she gets. And they give her a lot of abuse, which just shows you what schoolyard bullies. They're all keyboard bullies because they'll never have the nerve to say anything face to face. Like when we're saying Star Trek Las Vegas next year. David Kex, loyal donor, who I love dearly, who helped us during the lawsuit immensely. John Strecker, Stogie, who's always there, and Dale Simpson. And then, this is a group, John, Dale, James Simpson, and Dana Wagner obviously worked on the bridge, but Jeff Craig, Colin Krapp, Reese Watkins, and John Tesla, they're part of the Troll Hunters, and they're part of the guys who go out there and, when the haters lie about, Axanar did this and Axanar did, they go out and set the record straight. So here's the dedication plaque. I hope you all like it. Let's see, I'm going to read some of the things. I want to be one of the clings. Hello, Axa family. Going to be there next weekend. Let's see. Let me just change the chat to. And you can hear, I don't know, maybe you can hear in the background our puppy, our foster puppy upstairs. That is Mojo, who hopefully you've seen photos of, who Shane Freund, one of our donors, is going to be adopting. So real excited about that. So, and speaking of which, so let's, all right, we're going to remove the Aries plaque since you've all seen it. Yeah, and now we're going to bring, just because we do it all the time, and you guys know we do it. Let me do this. Let me add a directory here, and here you go. All right, let's get this reasonable size. These will scroll back, so if you miss them, don't worry. Why is it? Such a big image, I guess. Here's Mojo. Here's Mojo, the German Shepherd puppy. There we go. He's the cutest thing in the world. Everyone's falling in love with him. Everyone wants to keep him. Diane Green, who's one of our volunteers, she does a lot of dog sitting for us. She falls in love, has fallen in love with him. He's great. I did some dog transport. I took some time out from Axanar and did some puppy transport. I drove down to Peachtree City, which is an hour and 20 minutes away. Picked up 5 puppies. They're kind of like pit bull, not Rottweiler, pit bull, Weimaraner mix, hound mix. They're adorable. They were so cute. They were so good. And then I drove an hour and 40 minutes over to Karen Kelly's, who's the big foster site here in Georgia. I'll tell you a little bit about that. She's got this amazing. Her and her husband are retired. They bought 385 acres worth of land back in the recession, and built their dream home. They not only built their dream home, they built a boathouse on the lake, and then they built a barn just for dog rescue. It's amazing. Amazing. It's exactly what Crystal and I want to do. Here are some of the puppies in the backseat of my car. I had 2 of those, 2 crates, and then the 5th puppy was up front on a blanket on the floor. They were adorable. They were so sweet. They whined a little bit, but they hadn't been fed because you don't feed dogs before dog transport. So here they are, and they were just, oh my God, they were so much fun. Hey, listen, Milo, you say, if anyone wants to adopt these puppies, I will put you in touch with the rescue. They are adorable. They are so cute. Now, here's another dog that a bunch of us got together and helped rescue. We really didn't do that much. I just kind of nudged Karen Kelly and said, "Do you have room at the inn for this pregnant dog? You know, she's going to have 5 puppies." Well, she had 11 puppies. And here she was yesterday. Mom was doing, and all 11 puppies were doing great. So it's really great to see. You see the heater there next to them. Awesome. Everyone's so proud of this one because it takes a village, they say, right? And it took a village, and Tracy McCamey DeCenso, who's the Freedom Bridge Rescue, who's the #1 networker in Georgia, she found these puppies, this dog with someone else, and they got together and they needed a foster, and I nudged and then was like, "Don't bother Karen. If she sees it." I was like, "Screw that. I'm bothering Karen." I said, "Karen, can you take this dog?" And she was like, "Yeah, I think I can." And so boom, 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 transport, everything's great. And okay. And here are the puppies that I transported. Oh my God. They came out of their shell so fast after being, they're being bounced around and transported. First of all, they were living outside. It was just a bad situation. Another redneck who didn't spay their dog or neuter their dog. I'm sorry, I don't want to be an asshole, but this happens in the South. And this is just, yes, it's, I don't want to use a derogatory term, but they're rednecks. And they don't think and they don't care. And so their dogs give birth and they don't give a shit. And we're lucky that someone found out about it and helped rescue the puppies. So, and it's the laws in the state. There's no spay and neuter laws in the state. The mandatory spay, there should be, right? And the reason up north, the northern half of the country needs dogs. That's where all the dogs go. They go up north. Why? Because they have great spay and neuter laws. You have to keep your dog licensed and vaccinated, and they really enforce those laws. Down here in the South, they don't give a shit. And yes, it's a backwards attitude, and it pisses me off. But here's one of the puppies. He was so cute. We gave him dewormer, and dewormer is in this big plastic syringe, and you give him about this much, and you squirt it into their mouth. Fortunately, it tastes really good, so they suck it all up, and it's great. Trey can tell you all about dewormer, having been a vet tech himself. Yes, old code, because we here in the North love puppies. Listen, everyone loves puppies, but down here in the South, they don't do anything to protect them. We need less puppies. Always spay and neuter your dog. So 2 things I want you people to get through. 1, always adopt a rescue. Do not go to that pet store, whatever it's called, Petco, and buy a dog. Don't you dare. Because if you buy a dog, you kill some other dog. How's that? Because that dog doesn't get adopted. Those dogs, first of all, Petco supports puppy mills. All right, it's an evil company. I'm sorry, don't get lost in the law. Oh, look at cute puppies. Petco is an evil company. Okay, and screw them. Always get a dog from a rescue. And if you have a question, you ask me, and I'll point you to good rescues. There's so many around this country. All right, so back to Mama and the puppies. So anyway, if any of you want the cute puppies, okay, I'm going to take this. Let me remove this. If any of you want the cute puppies, oh my God, they're so adorable. Boom, let me just, whoa. Here they are in all their glory. Oh my God. It takes me forever to resize these photos. What's up with that? So here you go. Here they are. They're so cute. I have a video. I'll post the video on my feed and you guys can check it out. They were it was so much fun being with them. So unfortunately, we have the shooter, else I go down and wash them and help. Crystal and I went down and we helped wash the husky puppies, which was a lot of fun. So anyway, there you go. So enough for puppies for tonight. Because hey, there's Michael Sean Carter. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Sorry, Cat Slave. Yeah, I was getting a little passionate about dog rescue. There's lots of great. There's lots of great dog rescues around the country, tons and tons, and it's becoming more and more popular, and it's a great thing. Let's see. Am I thinking of the right pet? I just don't want to. Yeah, we go to PetSmart. PetSmart is where we get all of our supplies. And is it Petco? I don't want to. I might be naming the wrong company. see. I don't want to give out the wrong information. Petland. I'm sorry. Petco is... My bad. I apologize, Petco. Petco is good. Petco is supplies. Petco and PetSmart are supplies. They're like superstores for pets. Both of them are good. They do adoptions. They do kitten adoptions. They'll do pet adoptions. Love both those places. It's Petland that are the evil son of a bitches. Okay, so Petland, do not ever buy a dog from Petland. If you buy a dog from Petland, do not come on my channel. All right? Do not, under any circumstance, buy a dog from Petland. And you shouldn't be going to breeders either. All right? Purebred dogs have lots of problems. All that inbreeding causes lots of problems. Okay? Ask Crystal. She'll tell you all about it. Right? The best dogs are rescue dogs. The best dogs are mutts. The best dogs are shelter dogs. You go to a shelter and you find a dog. And let me tell you, they love you forever. It's unconditional love. Whether it's a kitten or a dog. Kittens, if you're a cat person, we love cat people. You know, Diana Kingsbury taught me about being a cat person, and there are so many unwanted kittens in this country. And there's like 800,000 animals a year get euthanized because no one wants them. And that's why we have to spay or neuter our pets. Okay? Mojo's going in for his neuter tomorrow. Okay? You spay females, you neuter males. Or you just fix them. That's just a generic term. So there you go. So anyway, there you go with that. I'm gonna take that. Take that out, and let's get back to talking about Axanar, right? So Axanar shoots in 5 days. Oh my God, I am 4 pounds off my weight. So I got 4 days to lose 4 pounds, and I am just like a demon on this diet. Today I had meatballs. I had strawberries with whipped cream, which you're allowed heavy cream on the keto diet. And I had keto ice cream. So, by the way, keto ice cream is the best thing in the freaking world. Rebel, it's called. Rebel ice cream. Rebel ice cream is, I'm going to put Aaron's picture back up for you all. Rebel ice cream is for keto people on the keto diet. And Rebel ice cream is high fat, low carb, no carbs, no sugar, right? And that's on a keto diet. The keto diet is about increasing your fat intake and eliminating your carb intake. Like the Atkins diet, which is high protein, keto is high fat. So I've been on that diet, and so I get to eat keto ice cream every night. And when you have ice cream that has no sugar, because they use erythritol or stevia or something like that, but lots of fat, it's so damn good. It's so creamy, and it tastes like real ice cream. That, you know, as opposed to like Halo Top. There's lots of low sugar, but they still have lots of sugar. They still have like 30 grams of sugar in them. And they don't taste like ice cream. They are like iced milk, but Rebel. So anyway, go out and see it. It's always selling out in the supermarket. It's really good. Let's see. Sydney Fain says, one gumbo, Alec. Sure, I love gumbo. Sydney says, I own a purebred Caucasian Ovcharka, ancient breed, rescued her from dumb owners who didn't know how to handle a large guard dog. Well, good for you, Sydney. Bully for you. I thank you. I mean, let me tell you, Trey and I are both big dog rescue people. There's lots of you out there that are. I think Michael Sean Carter was talking about his rescue dog, or he wanted a rescue dog. What else? So yes, I love people who rescue dogs. Listen, Mojo is going to an Axanar donor. We've fostered 4 dogs, and 3 of them have gone to my friends. So that's awesome. Thank you. So we're doing a little thing for Aaron, as a memorial to Aaron. I started to set it up at the facility, and some of you know I own 4 of Aaron's costumes. I own his cadet costume. I own his Starfleet costume. His black and gray. I own his dress costume from You Are Cordially Invited, the wedding episode, and I own this costume, his captain's costume from The Visitor, when he's the captain of the Defiant. So we're going to put those costumes on display near the costume wardrobe people, along with his cane, the cane that he used in the episode. Oh, I just watched it the other day. Someone remind me of the episode where he's hanging out on the holodeck and refuses to leave. which was one of Aaron's best performances, right? He was so good. I have some Sydney Fain, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Sydney. That's so nice of you. And Perry Ford gave us a $5 super chat for pup treats. Thank you, both of you. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Michael Sean Carter, Shane Freund is going to adopt Mojo. He's flying out here this weekend and going to spend time with Mojo. And then we're trying to figure out how we're going to get him back the best way because he's in Seattle. Silver Bullet says, hey, Alec, do you want Aaron's comic there? I have the one he wrote. Wow. Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to put that on display. Dave Dusan, it wasn't In a Pale Moonlight. That wasn't the episode in which he was... Moon. It was something with... Didn't have something with moon in the title? Someone look that up. It's Only a Paper Moon? Is that... I think that's... It's Only a Paper Moon? Check that. I think that's the title. Was that episode. And just fantastic. So that's what we're doing for Aaron. So we're going to have his costumes on display, his cane on display, and so people can take photos with it. And we think that's, that's our way of remembering just a great human being, a great actor, and one of the great characters on Deep Space Nine. I tell you, my favorite Nog episode is Treachery, Faith, and the Great River. And I've talked about this episode before. And it's where Sisko basically tells Chief O'Brien to get the Defiant fixed or else. He's like, it's going to be... Chief O'Brien's like, it's going to be 3 weeks before I get the graviton emitter. And Sisko's like, I'm going out in 3 days. And so that's where it starts. And Nog says to Chief, well, who's the sector quartermaster? And O'Brien's like, well, it's Chief Willoughby. And Nog's like, well, what do you know about Chief Willoughby? Does he have a family? And O'Brien's like, I don't know if he has a family. And Nog's like, well, how are you going to get anything if you don't know who he is? Anyway, the whole episode, Treachery, Faith, and the Great River, is a takeoff on Operation Petticoat, the classic, I guess it was 1960s war movie. It's a World War II movie starring Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. And I love Tony Curtis. He is my all-time favorite Hollywood actor. And Tony Curtis plays this character, and he plays the guy who gets stuff for you on the submarine. And it's funny because they have to prime the submarine, and the only paint they don't have enough primer, so they mix red and white and makes it pink. And before they can take off, there's an air raid they got to take off, and they're driving a pink submarine. Anyway, that's the movie Operation Petticoat. I think they remade it as a TV series, but. So anyway, you guys should check that out. And anyway, so Treachery, Faith, and the Great River is just freaking awesome. I love it. And that was Aaron. And so it's Operation Petticoat 1959. There you go. Thank you for, you probably hit the IMDb. Thank you for bringing that up. It's a great movie. I mean, Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. What else do you want? Who else is in that? Someone look at it. Let's look it up on IMDb because I just love that movie. Let's see. Who else is in Operation Petticoat? So that's what we're doing for Aaron, and I'm real excited. Listen, I've talked to you about the live stream team. The live stream team is going to be we're going to be putting out so much. There we go. So much content for you all. Listen, here's the other thing. This week, our next fundraiser starts. Yep, we're going to be raising $50,000 to $60,000 for this shoot because this shoot is epic and costing a fortune. And the studio, I mean, we've spent like $20,000 on the studio over the past 6 months. So we've got to get all that money and pay for this. Klondike Blaine. Okay, that's an interesting name. $10 super chat. Put this to good use, bro. Hey, man, thank you so much. Really, we appreciate every super chat. We appreciate. Let's see. Wait, we say. With the introduction of the Constitution class and later Excelsior class, how long did the Ares class survive as a class in the 23rd century? You know, that's a very good question. And that's Dina Merrill was in Operation Petticoat. She was hot. Let's who else? Dick Sargent of Bewitched fame. There you go. Gavin MacLeod. Oh my God, that's right. Gavin MacLeod was one of the crewmen before he became the captain of the Love Boat. Who else? Madeline Rue. Whoa. Marion Ross from All in the Family. No, I'm sorry. From Happy Days. Who else we got? Let's see if there's anyone else. And Arthur O'Connell, who's just a legendary character actor, right? He was just amazing. So there you go. There's Operation Petticoat. Check it out. Wow, Tina Merrill died at age 93. Wow, that's amazing. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that she. Oh, whoa! Is Jack Ryan season 2 out? I'm getting a mess. It's showing me on my phone. Jack Ryan season 2. Jack Ryan season 1 rocked. So I'm just kind of curious if season 2 is out. Okay. Oh my God. Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy was in a. We watched Love Actually again the other night. That's one of those movies. Love Actually is like Shawshank Redemption. If it's on, you have got to watch it. You can't help but watch it. You have got to watch Love Actually because one, everybody's in it. Every great English actor is in that movie. It's funny as hell and it's poignant and it's just amazing and it's great. So anyway, it was on the other night and Bill Nighy is hysterical in that movie. He's hysterical. So anyway, I love that. Kirk Douglas was in Operation Petticoat. I didn't see that. You saw that? That's Cary Grant. That's not oh. Yeah, Cary Grant, not Kirk Douglas. Who said Kirk Douglas? Wrong. Yeah, so the live streams from the studio will be at the Axanar channel. We will make an announcement. As far as funding goes, so you have to be a member of Aries Digital. So we can't publicly fundraise, so it won't be a Kickstarter, it won't be an Indiegogo. It will be behind Aries Digital, right? So it has to be on a private website. It can't be on a public website. Aries Digital is private. You have to sign up. You have to be, either a donor or you have to sign up for it, and then you can enter Aries Digital. So that's part of the settlement agreement. So it'll be on Aries Digital. We have a private white label version of Kickstarter that Rick Terzinski has put together. It's awesome. It's amazing. And we're probably starting that Thursday is my guess. So Thursday and right into Friday. So the live stream is going to be like a telethon as well. Of course, there's limitations as for what we can do as far as perks and such, but we'll find cool ways to get you guys cool stuff. Was Gavin MacLeod in McHale's Navy? Really? Really? That's interesting. Yes, so it'll all be on the main Axanar YouTube channel. Make sure you go to Aries Digital and sign up if you haven't already. Make sure, look down here, you have to sign up for our email list. If you are not on our email list, please sign up for our email list. Sean Thornton, you were a Submariner. What submarine were you on? And Ice Station Zebra is one of my favorite movies. Every Submariner loves that movie, I bet, right? Actually, Ice Station Zebra was one of the inspirations for Axanar. When you see the full script, you'll see why. There's a great scene that I really wanted to shoot it in snow as an homage to Ice Station Zebra. I call it the scene. I call it the Ice Station Zebra scene. And I really want to shoot it in snow, but that was going to be really impossible. But okay. If you can't tell me what sub you are, that's okay. Gavin MacLeod was in Kelly's Heroes. Gavin MacLeod got around. You are on the Nathaniel Green, SSBN 636. No, yes, Thursday, Silver Bullet Thursday, we need volunteers at the studio, but 7 o'clock, the official meeting is 7 o'clock on Friday. Okay, 7 o'clock on Friday is when we're meeting. There you go. A lot to do this week. Questions. If you have questions about the shoot, let me know. There's a lot going. Today was a huge day at the studio. You had James Simpson and Dana doing all the electronics on the screens. We got our battle stations stuff up. There's just a lot of work happening at that studio. We cleaned the studio out. We put all the set pieces next door. So a lot of good stuff happening with that. We cataloged all the other set pieces. Like we have the beginnings of the transporter room because we couldn't bring the table, and we have a lot of corridor, and we have some Klingon stuff, and excuse me. So we're trying to figure out what we're doing and what we're keeping, and then we're going to put it back in, and everything's going to be neater and simpler. Also, Scott Little did the platform for the turbo lift. So we now have a fully functioning turbo lift, which is really exciting, really exciting. The bridge is really kicking ass. And Jess Hobby, one of our longtime volunteers, painted the captain's quarters as well as the turbo lift. So we're really excited about that. Things are really coming together. It is, and you guys are all getting your patches from Indiegogo. So there you go. And all the patches have been sent out. 4,000 envelopes worth of patches have been sent out. Oh, and there's my puppy. I'm really going to have to get going and walk him because he needs to be walked on a regular basis. So, listen, I'm going to wrap it up a little early here, only in 45 minutes. But it's a busy week. I'm sorry. Stay tuned to all our social media so you know what's happening with the live stream. You'll find out the schedule. We will be live streaming probably bright and early Friday morning. There's going to be there'll be a live stream. And lots of interviews, cast, crew, volunteers, everyone. You'll get new people constantly be coming in to talk about Axanar, talk about what they love about Axanar. The fundraiser will be going, so you get to donate, and hopefully, let's see how much we can do in the weekend. How amazing would it be to hit $50,000 during the weekend? That would be amazing. That would truly, truly be amazing. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're doing. And God bless you all. I love you all. This is it. This is what we spent 2 years waiting for, is this weekend. And I cannot wait to show you the costumes. I cannot wait for you to see the bridge. It's great. Oh, yeah, haters. It is just great vindication. And there'll be lots of, there's going to be lots of biscuits and lots of sushi. So you're going to get so much content this weekend. Everyone's going to be Facebooking and live streaming and Facebook living and posting photos. You guys are going to see everything, and it's going to be a blast. And this is the first of 5 shoots. 5 shoots. Okay. There's going to be 5 Axanar shoots, 3 in Atlanta, 2 in LA. That's the way we set it up. And depending how much money we raise, there may be more. But we've added so much to the script. So anyway, listen, what time, Alec, on Thursday are you mentioning Donatu 5 in Axanar? Oh, I don't know, are we? Pet the puppies for me, yes. I will post puppy photos on my personal feed here when I get upstairs. But let me go take care of Mojo. He's dying to get out of his cage. There's Trey. Trey says, yes, I'm going live tomorrow on the Axanar Comics YouTube channel. Listen, everyone, subscribe to the Axanar Comics YouTube channel. Trey, make sure you get Axanar Comics. Subscribe to it. I don't know how many he's up to, but let's get more people watching Trey. Trey's awesome. He's an Axanar super geek. So you should all be watching his stuff. I love Trey. He's amazing, right? And that's why I flew him in for Axacon. He's going to be staying here along with Stogie because they're both dog lovers and they're going to be walking the dogs all the time. And we're going to have Mojo's going to be coming to the facility too. He's going to be coming because Shane's going to need to be socialized, spend time. So that's it for now. As always, I love you guys. I thank you guys and girls. I'm from New York. We say y'all, you guys, as opposed to y'all down here in the South. I love you all. Thank you so much. You make this all happen. It's because of you. You guys keep us going. And all I can say for now is live long and prosper, and we will see you on Friday, live streaming. And just buckle down, clear your schedule. Don't be doing anything this weekend because you do not want to miss 1 hour of the live stream. It's going to be nonstop and action-packed. Thank you so much. Save up your pennies for the crowdfunder. And as always, we will see you around the block. We'll see you around the galaxy this Friday. Cheers.